Hey Cancer, thank you so much for joining. So we're going to go ahead and do your love reading. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, so I'm getting an energy here. I'm hearing something about time is running out. Okay, so something about time is running out or time is slipping away. And I actually just did a collective reading for the collective, and the sun did come out here, and so I'm being drawn to the sun at the bottom of the deck too, and the lovers is also beneath that, and the world. So yeah, I feel like this could tie into the changes that we've been going through collectively, and heading into this next chapter and to Scorpio season. There's a lot of changes taking place, but so this connection, I feel like I'm hearing things that have been kind of dusted off or have been brushed under the rug are needing to be looked at. So for both twin flames, maybe in different ways, there's a need to address what we've kind of brushed under the rug. And I feel like it's like they're kind of showing me a scale with the justice over here and how the two of you are needing to be on the same equal wavelength. And this could be happening in, it's almost like I'm getting, there's a ton of different energies coming up here, but it's kind of like I feel this could be energetically taking place. It depends on your specific situation. If you are in separation, if you're not together, the journey is just coming up here to assist you. You know, that's what the twin flame journey is here for, to help us to grow spiritually. And it's ultimately about ourselves. But even if you are in contact with this twin flame, there's a feeling of you both needing to now kind of align on the same, again, like even wavelength. And so with the Justice card here, this is coming up on your side because I feel like maybe this is something that you are initiating or you're needing that balance here. But I feel like it's being done in kind of a way which is a really big shift with the sun here. And again, the world, the lovers, the Two of Swords is beneath that as well. And in terms of this connection, I'm hearing something about a lot of self-improvement. So the two of you actually together mutually could be really working on yourselves. Again, together or apart, it feels like you're really working on yourselves. It feels like you could be, both of you really putting a lot of effort into improvement. And with this Eight of Pentacles, I feel also that there's something I'm getting about computers or typing, so maybe work related to, both of you could be focusing a lot on work and career, and it feels like that's kind of the central focus with the Nine of Cups also, and the Hermit. A lot of self energy is coming up here, so both of you could really be in a place where you're focusing on, again, yourself at the moment. And the Sun can also be a card of the self too, is how I'm seeing it, especially in this deck where this woman is meditating here as well. And I'm hearing also an additional message that if there has been outsiders in this connection, or maybe, you know, for you, for this other person, for your twin flame, maybe there's been people, environment, societal pressures, things that have been kind of keeping either of you from your true self. I feel like that's another thing that Spirit is bringing up for the two of you to work on. Again, probably independently unless you're together, but it feels like that's really the focal point kind of this journey right now, is to work on, I'm also hearing climbing the ladder. So yeah, climbing the ladder when it comes to a lot of career focus and success, and also just climbing the ladder of life. You know, it's like a big ladder of life, and we are needing to kind of move to the next notch and to learn from our previous timeline. And I think that's what's happening here for both twins at the moment. And when I'm looking at that Queen of Pentacles, that's coming up for your twin flame and how they're thinking and feeling about you. This won't be for everybody, but I heard something about thinking of calling, or I thought about calling. So if you are not in contact, this person could be thinking about calling you or has thought about calling you. But I'm getting this energy where your person is in this space where, with the Four of Pentacles, they are having to get rid of a lot of fear right now. Fear about you, fear about their journey. Again, I'm seeing maybe a lot of energies that have been stifling them. It almost feels like suffocating energy, like I'm seeing snakes around their neck and has been kind of suffocating them. So they've been feeling kind of maybe like going through a lot here And I think that the two of you are mirroring this aspect to where you are also going through a lot, but that's why it's coming up that the two of you are going through a time of kind of an inner rebirth right now. So if you've been feeling this, then this could be your reading, and it could be the same thing as happening for your counterpart, your twin flame as well. They could be moving through this. And I'm hearing that there's been a lot of confusion around their mind. For some of you, there has been confusion again when it comes to other people's opinions about this connection, and your person has been trying to work through kind of dismantling those fears and kind of, you know, getting the cloud away from their head. It's like there's been a heavy cloud over their head when it comes to many different aspects, but also when it comes to your connection and how they're feeling about you. And I'm just getting kind of a reset button here that for some, if you are, and we'll definitely go more because there's a lot here to look into, but if you are going to be reconnecting, or if there's a possibility for that here, I feel like they want to, what was I going to say here? They want to, they may feel like they need to, I forgot what I was going to say. It'll come back to me if it's meant to. But yeah, it's like there's kind of a feeling though, I will say for the viewer, that you have been further along on your journey, which if you are resonating as a divine feminine, that's probably mostly the case, not always, but for the most part. And I think that you have done more work on yourself than they have. And I think that with the justice, that's why it feels kind of a little bit lopsided on your end. Like, you know, the scale's kind of over, there's more weight in your scale, so that's where the energy has to kind of re-collaborate and rebalance. And I do think for some of you who have been maybe in separation for a while, I'm also hearing that, you know, maybe you have decided to let that kind of be the case, let the imbalance take place and just kind of focus more on you. And I'm hearing actions speak louder than words. So for some of you who are either in contact or you're hoping to be in contact again, there might be a feeling of you having to see, you know, that their actions will speak louder than their words, or maybe on your end too, and not just fluff or not just what used to kind of work before. And I think that's also what maybe your person is understanding and realizing, that they do understand that their actions speak louder than their words. I'm hearing something about it's a journey. It's about the journey, not the destination. And with that Hermit here too. Okay, so let's see, what else? This connection between the two of you, you and your twin flame. So when I divided the deck here, we do have an important piece of the puzzle will soon be revealed through a third-party spirit message or in the dream state. You've manifested this news as you are ready to hear this truth. And that actually is going with the Justice card. Some of you will be moving through a time here in this journey to where you are going to be having a lot of revelations, a lot of epiphanies about various things. I mean, it could be about yourself, it could be about what this person means to you, it could be that there's some truth that's going to be revealed about this person directly, about the situation. And I feel like that's part of kind of what the Six of Cups and the Hermit is saying, is that, and the Sun here too, and the Lovers, a lot of major truths are coming out in relation to this connection, and we'll clarify what that could be exactly. But some of you have already received this news, and then in that case you would kind of know what I'm talking about, or you're going to be receiving more downloads, more information, or more direct news about this connection, this person, I feel. And it's like I'm hearing something about the time has come. So again, with the Sun here and the Two of Swords and the World here, it's almost like maybe some of you have been on this journey for a while, or maybe you've been having a certain way of thinking about this connection for a while, but it's like it's time to release that. We can't continue in the same cycle forever, and I think that's what's happening here. There's a breaking of the cycle in order to bring a new cycle in, which depends on what this will be, but it feels like it's at the very least going to bring a lot of truth and clarity and closure and revelation to your situation and to this connection, because it's and it could even be for some of you that, you know, you've buried the truth for a while. I think I said that in the beginning. This connection as a whole feels like we've brushed a lot under the rug, and right now collectively in the twin flame journey we are being advised to look under that rug, you know, take the rug away and see what's been underneath it the whole time that maybe we've avoided. So there is truth coming in for you about this person and connection if it hasn't reached you yet. And I'm being shown sprinklers on with this Eight of Pentacles, it's like the grass of your heart and the grass of this connection needs nurturing. So again, that will depend for some of you if you are wanting to rebuild this connection, or if you're already trying to build it, or if there's a potential for that in the future. It's like it needs water and nourishment. It can't just be having no water. And in this way, I'm getting that's where a lot of self-care and self-love is coming in with this connection. That's why it's important to focus on that. So where has that been lacking for one or both of you, I think, in this connection here? You cannot pin this connection down by logic or traditional paths. It will follow a deeply spiritual, wild, and unknown route for purposes of soul growth and evolution. And it kind of flew on top of this Hermit here too. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of emphasis being put here on surrendering and letting go. And with this Eight of Pentacles, it's like the two of you together, you and your twin flame. Something with all these arms here too, like you are having to be many people and many roles at once. And that's the point of this connection too, is to learn about yourself and to grow as an individual. And I think that's, and we will go into your person here in a minute and see where they are at and where they're coming from. But I do think with this Hermit here too, and the Six of Cups and how it shows this past energy, it feels like you both together mutually are at a place of kind of letting, I don't know, it feels kind of like, let me see, tell me a little bit more, Spirit, about this connection. We have seeking outside counsel, watching videos, consulting tarot cards, etc. has been confusing you more. Cut off outside sources for a while to reconnect with your own intuition, and the message will be clearer. So this is kind of a message that could be for some of you, that if you have been watching too many readings, I'm seeing with the Justice card here too, there's a strong feeling of, again, you can't really pin this connection down right now. So if you are on this path right now and you feel really confused, or you're wondering about your person and your twin flame and how they're feeling and what's going on with them, it feels like Spirit's wanting somebody to know here that you can't pin it down. And it might require you to disconnect a little bit from your intuition, or not from your intuition, from the readings, to reconnect with your intuition. And like I said, it's also mirrored with this person here too, because they have had darkness around them. And I think with that Four of Pentacles, that's that feeling of like a muddiness or like a stinginess around their energy that they're also needing to clear. And so you both have been moving through a lot of this Hermit kind of sun energy of self-improvement and self-love, and needing to look into those parts of yourself, I feel. And because I'm getting something really strongly about before you met this person, or before you, the High Priestess, something about like the path that you were meant to walk with this individual is unfolding exactly how it should. And there's a bigger purpose and a bigger reason for this connection, which is coming up as what you need to know here. I'm seeing the person who you're connecting to is having a hard time It's like I'm getting somebody in like a long, narrow hallway, and they're trying to talk from the end of the hallway, like all the way over, all the way down the hallway. And so they could be feeling a little bit distant here from you, or they are feeling kind of, let's see. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this person who you're connecting to, they have been feeling a little bit, what is this energy like? A little bit lost here in general. Yeah, 2 and the 2. So a lot of 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. I feel like this person has been floating kind of in midair. It's almost like they haven't had a direction or a purpose, or if they have, it's just like they may have lost themselves recently, or they're trying to re-collaborate and kind of figure out where they're going. And I feel, again, I'm seeing something about their life right now and how they could even be re-evaluating the roles that they're playing and the people who are around them and what that means to them. You know, so for example, if this person has been pressured by their family, or if they have had to follow a certain route, they might be like thinking about that to themselves. Like, is that, so here's this person, kind of what I was seeing at the end of a long hallway, something about distance, that they're maybe looking to the future, trying to figure out their future a little bit more. I'm seeing this person has been looking in the mirror in order to assess themselves more, in order to understand themselves more, this person. And that's where I think the two of you could be mirroring each other too, to where you're both kind of doing this. And I feel like it's like this person is wanting more from life, or they're wanting something deeper and more meaningful. Just in general, it could be career related. It could also be, you know, love related as well. Yeah, this just flew out, the confusion, the clouds. That's what I was seeing above their head. So whoever this is that you're connecting to, they are kind of in a very confused state right now. They're in a very cloudy, confused mindset. And I'm hearing that a big part of that is because they never really connected with themselves fully. So they may have avoided, again, like the truth of themselves. They may have avoided maybe even, you know, deeper aspects of themselves. With the Six of Cups and the Hermit here too, that's where both of you have been heading down that path of more introspective work. Even if you've done a lot of this person, I feel, they haven't. And I feel like it's maybe caught up to them at the moment. The Child flew out. Yeah, their energy feels very back and forth and all over the place. This person could even be going through something with their inner child. I mean, they could have a child, but I'm seeing it more as like a new beginning or a fresh start, or them looking into their inner child. And it's like I'm getting that this person could be in some stage of their life here where they are, again, like beginning something new, or they're thinking about beginning something new, or like what would that entail to move outside of where I've always been or what I've always known. And I think that that's what they're reflecting on. I will look at how they feel about you directly, but that's kind of like where this person's at in general. And I feel like I'm seeing a lot of stuffiness again around their energy. They could even have, because I'm seeing somebody sneezing, almost like an allergy, like they're allergic to something in their environment. Or it's like when you think of allergies or being congested, it's like that's how I'm seeing their aura kind of, or their energy. It feels like there's something congested within this person that they have to let go of and kind of release. And it's like they're missing something. It's like they feel like they're missing something in their life. They feel like there's some part of the puzzle or some part of their life that has not clicked sort of fully, and that they're missing something. I'm hearing for some of you, this could even be because I'm seeing we have the clock at the bottom and the swans, which can be a significant twin flame soul connection in the clock. I'm hearing something about sneaking up on us, like time is sneaking up on us. And I feel like this could be a message. This may not be for everybody, but there's something coming up to where, how to put it, it's kind of like a feeling of, especially if you've been apart for a while, it's like, how to put this here, maybe you're kind of beginning to align more on the path, on the same trajectory and path, and before you were too many miles apart, but you're becoming closer together, energetically speaking. Okay, let me see. What's this person thinking and feeling about you? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, something like when it comes to you, they feel this person feels, so there's like a door swinging open and close, and it has a lot to do with the unconventional nature of this connection and path, and that's why this card flew out here too. So I would say for a lot of you, it really depends again on where you are. For some of you who have been in separation for a while, this is just more of like the spiritual kind of connection that you're learning from day by day and kind of what you already know about, to where I feel like there's this person's feeling that you do offer a path that is very unconventional and different than what they're used to. And it's kind of like right now their soul is searching to maybe understand more of what that realm could be that they haven't had the courage to explore before. But if this is somebody who you are together with or talking to regularly, it could be more on like a practical terms and 3D terms, to where they might actually be thinking right now about whether or not they are kind of willing or ready to meet you on that level that you are at, which could be, again, sort of different than where they're coming from here. Eight of Cups. Judgment, Awakening. Okay, let me get a few of these. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit, about how is this person thinking and feeling directly about the viewer with the Queen of Pentacles? How are they feeling? Yeah, see, here's the footsteps. I do think this person could be having a bit of a heart-opening experience when it comes to you. Let me get a few more cards though, because I want to see a little bit more what Spirit's saying here. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit, about what is this person thinking and feeling directly about the viewer, please. Can we be clear? I just feel some resistance though, which is why it's kind of a silent energy. It's like there's a lot of resistance here. Even though we have this judgment here and the forward footsteps, I feel like this person is, I'm hearing making excuses. It's almost like they're making excuses. The world now here too, 3 of Swords. Wow. Making excuses for some changes that they know they need to make right now. And I almost just feel like they're being, again, sort of pushed sort of into this hermit mode and the Sun, which will allow them to reflect on themselves here again, and what they kind of want for their life or what they want for the future. And it's like there's something about them knowing that this is the path though. Like they've made some type of decision when it comes to you. And that's why we have this forward footsteps. But it's like they're kind of sitting at the door, they're standing at the door, but the door is open. They've already opened the door. And they're free to go, but they're still having some resistance and fear with this 9 of Swords. And again, I do think for this reading, there could be a little bit of like, this is a 5D type of energy. So if you kind of know what I mean, then you'll probably feel what I'm talking about, because some of you watching are not like in physical contact. This is more about your journey. So in that case, this person on a 5D level is moving through this to where they have been opening the door to kind of this connection on a deeper level. And they know it's kind of time to walk through that door, but they still feel something holding them back, which I feel is, you know, all these things that we've kind of seen here with the 2 of Wands, the 2 of the confusion. But again, it can be more of a, in a literal sense, to where they are making a decision to walk down your path and kind of open a new door with you in the physical 3D world as well. I'm hearing something about spirit is guiding, or the God's plan, or something like that. So they could even be feeling that there's a plan in motion here, that is a larger vision that they understand. The rise of the feminine. Yeah, that's going back to what I said earlier with the the Justice card and the balancing and the kind of equalizing of the energy. I do think that there's something taking place where they feel pulled into the direction to balance where you are now, balance that out with their energy. So getting to the point where they can kind of be on that level again as you. And I think this is taking place on a very deep level with the World, the Judgment, the Justice card, the Hermit, the Sun. I mean, all of this is taking place on such an energetic level, I feel, for the most part, to where kind of the work that you, if you are the feminine watching, for most of you, you probably are, the work that you've done kind of on yourself has pulled this person like a string almost into this direction that you are at. I hope this makes sense. It's like that's kind of the feeling I'm getting here. And with this forward footsteps as well, I do feel kind of a little bit of a level of regret though, coming from them, kind of a feeling with this 3 of Swords that they have been maybe even missed the boat or missed the chance with you. And again, they're pointing back to how it's been an accumulation of versions of themselves that have really never been. It's almost like it's kind of a sad, bittersweet feeling, because it's a sense of which they may be aware of, or maybe they're not aware of this on a 3D level, but they could be. But it's something to where they've missed the chance because they were too busy being many different versions of themselves instead of being the version that could have been on the level that you were at, so that you can both be together in a relationship, if that makes sense. And not because there's anything wrong with their journey that they have taken, because it has been for a reason. It's been for them to grow spiritually, and for you to grow spiritually as well. And that's why this card came out too, that you cannot pin this connection down. So everything is really going exactly how it's supposed to, but it's kind of like a feeling to where they may have realized this too late, or their soul is waking up. You know, it's like I'm using this vampire deck here in a little bit, and I had seen kind of like this, like recovering. They've been sort of in this coffin sort of, and they missed the chance, and now they're kind of wiggling out of the coffin and waking up. But maybe it's something to where, again, it's maybe too late. It's like that's the feeling here. And I'm getting this person a vision that they have really had to, some of them could even be met with this choice right now. So they could be kind of at that crossroads, and they have to either let go of something else, or let go of that Four of Pentacles, or let you go if they don't rise to the occasion. So it's a little bit like now or never type of energy. And I think that's why I said earlier the time here and the swans, something about the time has sped up to the point where this is so hard to explain. So I hope it makes sense, because I know sometimes I feel like I ramble here, but if they were to take a snapshot of the best way to put it is just they feel like time has run out, or they feel like they should have taken the opportunity when they had it years ago, if that's the case, or months ago. And so it's like their soul has recently sped up 100 times the speed, so that a year will only take a month kind of feeling. So where they've moved through a lot of obstacles to kind of get to the point where you are almost to where you were at. And when they get there, that's when everything kind of hits them, and they realize, why have I been sleeping for so many years? You know, they've kind of just woken up, but it's like because the time has sped up to allow them to see what they couldn't see before. So it's basically like an awakening, I guess you can say. They've gone through some type of spiritual awakening, which has shifted their perspective and their perception. And I think that, with the chaotic here too, that's what I'm saying. They feel like they're very chaotic right now. This is probably more of their 3D life, this chaotic, with this Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, the clouds of confusion. Right now, this person could be walking around in life just feeling very chaotic, very confused, having too many things to do, too many obligations. And I'm seeing that they have been molding themselves. They feel actually quite exhausted. This person could have been overworking, putting so much focus onto work or other priorities, and just not even focusing on their own health. And I think that they have hit a wall kind of with that, and they just feel very drained and chaotic. I'm hearing something about a pessimistic viewpoint versus an optimistic viewpoint. Some of them could have felt that you were very optimistic and they have not been very optimistic, or they're trying to be more optimistic. We have self-absorbed. Bonded. And vibing. Okay, let me get a few of these message cards to see if there's anything else we can get here about their feelings, and then we'll kind of move into anything else about the outcome that you might need to know. So in the extended, I think we're going to look and see more about what they're going through currently in their life, what they're thinking, what they're feeling about you. We'll get some additional message cards and anything else with that. So let's see, what does this person want to say here to you, or what are they feeling? I feel like I don't have enough to give you. Yeah, it's like I feel this person is, with the chaotic and the Two of Pentacles, they don't feel like they have enough to give right now. They don't, and maybe for some of you, if you are in contact, they could be holding back a lot when it comes to what they're giving to you. And with this self-absorbed, I feel like that's where it comes in, that they have been kind of absorbed in their own world for a while, playing different roles, almost like with this headpiece or video game thing, like they've been in different realities or been in different versions of themselves constantly, to where they haven't been seeing things clearly. And I think that that's really contributed to them making the wrong choices, or feeling that they've made the wrong choices. I see you in my dreams. With that bonded, you definitely could be thinking about each other a lot. There could be a lot of dreams that you have. I want this to work out, I just don't know how. Yeah, and I think that's the feeling I'm getting, like a frustration about how they're feeling right now about you. Like they want things to work out with that Eight of Pentacles here too. And I think that's with that Nine of Swords. And like I said, they're kind of standing at the doorway, and they have, you know, it's almost like if they want to, they can come to you. Not because you don't have boundaries or anything like that, but it's just the way that I'm seeing the energy is like maybe in soul, or maybe actually like they can walk through that doorway now. It may have been closed before, but something has opened, like the door has kind of creaked open, or it's more than creaked open. It's kind of like swung open somehow. And for some watching, this could be like a new person or somebody that you maybe haven't known very long. It may not be a separation. And if that's the case, you have opened the door for them. And this is why they may see you in their dreams too, because you've opened some kind of spiritual door that had been closed previously, and they're having a difficult time just walking through the door, you know. So they might be questioning if they're ready to walk through the door, even though you've shown them a different side of life. But that can apply to separation too. I feel this again, like I'm saying a few times, I feel like this is mainly in their more 5D level though. They've opened some portal or door that has led them to have more access and spiritual understanding about you in this journey. And it's like the door is open, but they still have strings to their past self and to their more dense 3D life behind them. And if they want to walk through it, they have the choice now. Maybe even Spirit has somehow opened this door too, to say that we're ready to kind of initiate you further, but they have to be the ones with free will to walk through that door too. And I think that's the reference of the time too, and how the two of you could be catching up to sort of the same timeline, which can give the opportunity for some type of union or reconciliation. But yeah, please be patient with me. I will be back, I promise. Yeah, so I do think this person will probably be back. With the judgment and the world, whether it is coming back from a separation, or they have just recently ghosted you, or recently took a step back from your connection, they will be back with that footsteps, the forward footsteps, because there is a very deep, significant connection here. And I think they are hoping that, kind of with the Hermit and the Six of Cups, that you will wait at the other end of that hallway, because that's what the hallway reference, or at the end of the hallway. And that hallway, I keep saying, can represent kind of the 5D connection between the two of you, to where they can, again, sort of, if they want to make things right, if they want to, even if they didn't do you wrong, it's like for some it could be that they did something wrong or they hurt you, and it's like they have the bridge now to get to you to make that right. They're having more of an understanding of how they can make this right. And then others of you, it's more of like, they may not have done anything to hurt you, but they, in soul, the contract that the two of you have, it's their kind of duty, I guess you can say, or their side of things, to uphold the part of your connection that you've come here to accomplish, but they may have disregarded it or pushed it away. And now it's like there's something to where, see the pathway here too, they can meet you there. They can see they're not here, but this is you, but they can meet you over there if they want to, because something is open to where that's the possibility now. Or they've just realized that maybe I should, or maybe I can. It's like that kind of feeling here. I hate my twin flame. I love my twin flame. I don't want to be with my twin flame. I want my twin flame. So there's a lot of confusion. That could also be you too. Yeah, sometimes it's easier to just love you on the 5D. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm starting to understand this twin flame journey. Yeah, exactly. They're starting to understand this, and it's very challenging, but it's also very intriguing, which is where it feels like it's all kind of a lot to absorb right now. So I'm going to see here what you need to know about the outcome, or what we need to know here, Spirit, about to wrap up this reading. And then I will do an extended. I think I'll actually do these in the extended, the vampire messages. We'll get some messages from them because I don't want this to be extremely long. So what is the outcome here, and what does the viewer need to know about this connection moving forward, and what else we need to hear? Page of Swords, 8 of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles flew out in reverse. Yeah, there's a feeling of the two of you are circling around each other. This could be because you have been circling around the topic of communication, maybe in the 3D world. You know, should we communicate? Should we talk? And with the Hermit here, it's like a hawk hovering over the Hermit. So this could be that they're doing this to you, or you are doing this to them. But I'm also getting that very spiritual kind of feeling of like how the two of you are seeing each other a lot in your dreams, or there's a lot of telepathic communication where you're both kind of circling around each other's souls as you're sleeping, as you are just growing spiritually, your higher selves are connecting. And so there's this feeling of kind of again, like something is on the precipice, sort of, with the Page of Swords and the 8 of Wands. Like maybe we have maybe this is the time, or maybe we have a chance here to merge our souls together, even though we're both kind of being a hermit, or even though we're both, you know, it's like that kind of feeling of maybe we have a chance to do this now. And I think there's a lot of activity in that way. Yeah, at the bottom we have the feelings between you and this person are mutual. Someone must take the first step to move it forward. That's what I was saying here with the hovering. So it feels like whether you're together or apart, or whether this is a new person or not, just take it how it will fit. But either way, you both seem to want to talk or communicate, and you both are feeling very similar. It's like you may have felt a gap before, but they're catching up. They're not 2 laps behind you anymore. They're actually, the finish line is not so far ahead, and they have caught up a lot. And maybe you slowed down, not because you slowed down with your self-growth, but maybe you just slowed down to allow them to catch up, to see if they would ever catch up. And I think that some of them have caught up. and they've caught up because they are beginning to understand more of this connection. So we have this person will act hot and cold to test the strength of your boundaries and self-respect. If you are not treated the way that you deserve, your actions, beliefs, and decisions towards them must change. So yeah, this person, if they still are hot and cold, or they might still be kind of on and off or hot and cold, this is a test here for you to have boundaries with them. And I think that's what the Justice, again, they'll have to kind of match your level, which is what this says here too. They will have to match your vibration, match your level, and that's what we've been seeing. It feels like they're kind of beginning to, or they are aware on a higher self level that they have the potential to do that. Maybe before they felt like they were only a victim and they never had any potential for that. But I do think they do recognize that there is something that they can reach that if they kind of want to. Yeah, a lot of psychic sensitivity here, a lot of telepathy between the two of you. So if this is your reading, then you would likely be feeling this for sure. And I almost kind of feel like the tables have turned a bit to where maybe you are trying to turn that off now. For some of you, you're trying to tone it down. Maybe before you wanted to be more in connection with them, or you wanted to feel their energy more psychically. But I think for some of you now, you might feel kind of like, I just want to focus on me, or I just want to focus on my own journey. And you might actually be trying to tone that down. And that shift in energy is making them feel more attached to you. Yeah, a lot of the push and pull, the hovering, the hawk here between the two of you. And here's, I think for a lot of you, this is you, but both of you, like I said in the beginning, you're both really working on yourselves right now. Yeah, there's such a strong energy here with this High Priestess of the psychic, intuitive awareness between the two of you right now. What is the outcome? Yeah, you're both trying to work together. Even if this is happening on a spiritual level, you're both trying to kind of like, can we work together? Can we get on the same wavelength? Can we do this in a way that we can actually grow together? And I think that's going to be what the question is up in the air here, and the potential for that to develop. So we'll look more at the outcome and their thoughts, their feelings in the extended. We'll get a bunch of different message cards. We'll go deeper into what they're feeling and what you need to know as the viewer. But let's go ahead and pull from our bowl before we go here. These do not have to resonate. If they don't, that's okay. It does not mean that it's not for you. It's just going to be for a few specific people, and you may want to turn down the volume. This can be very loud. Okay, so we have Cheryl, Stephen, Melinda, Courtney, Astrid, Alberto, Sunita, Jenny with an IE, Rosa, Blethen, I don't know how to say that, but Blethen, Brandy, Dana, Shane, Mary, Rosie, so definitely Rose, Rosie, Rose, Minu, Hamad, Aaron, Vanessa, Lori, Peggy, Janine, Joel, Jared, Laura, did we have that twice? Lori, so Laura, Lori, anything in that kind of category, and then Rose, Rosa definitely came up strong. We have Olga, Miss Trey, Dolce, Livia, and we have, this is somebody's YouTube name, we have Meha Blistar. And then we have here Montana, Croatia, Idaho, Japan, New York, Brisbane, Russia, teacher, officer, life path number 5, life path number 3, and Libra rising. So I hope that this could resonate. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And let me know how this would connect with you. And I will go over now to the extended if you'd like to join. And if not, just thanks for being here. And I will talk to you all next time. Lots of love. Lots of love. Lots of love. Lots of love.